Okay, I think so. My screen is visible. I'm asking something. Please reply, or we will continue. Okay. So here we are going to design a literally unsupported beam. So literally unsupported beam is designed uh, if there is the compression plane is not uh, embedded into the slab or another beam. So that type of beam is called as laterally unsupported beam. Lateral support means if there is lateral support to the beam, that beam is called as uh, laterally supported beam. So we have seen earlier also. So we have seen today the laterally unsupported beam. So this is your lecture objective is uh, to understand the lateral support and design of laterally analysis and design of laterally unsupported beam, how to find out the member force, load, and then how to design step-by-step procedure with IS code specification. We will see today myself, Professor Naveed Akhtar Mirza from Maulana Mukhtar Ahmad Nadwi Technical Campus, Mansoura, Malegaon. So for this, the outcome of today's lecture, we will, at the end of lecture, we can able to design a unsupported beam, and you can understand the behavior of your laterally unsupported beam by using Indian Standard Code, that is IS 800 2007. Okay, so we'll see some theory regarding to design of laterally unsupported beam. So we'll solve the example. Okay. When you are going to design a laterally unsupported beam, so this theory you should know. Okay, the design is possible only by the trial. First, you have to assume FBD is to be assumed and to find the required ZP of the section. Yani section modulus required you have to find out first. So first step you have to assume FBD, that is bending stress you have to assume for design, and second you have to find out the ZP required, that is nothing but section modulus required. Okay, and third, after selecting the trial section, then third you have to, based on the ZP required, increase ZP required with 30% to 40% due to due to uh, laterally unsupported beam, due to laterally unsupported beam. Okay. The third step, you have to increase the that ZP required. Then you have to calculate or find out find out the section, find out the area, or no, sorry, based on the ZP, based on the Z section modulus, based on ZPZ, that is section modulus, section modulus about major axis. So based on section modulus about major axis, we have to select, we have to select, we have to select section. We have to select section. Okay. After selecting the section, so why we are increasing that account for the lateral torsion buckling? So why this 30% we are increasing, 30% we are increasing to account for lateral torsional buckling because of laterally unsupported. Okay, so based on ZPZ section modulus about major axis, we have to select section, and section can be chosen. Section can be chosen from steel table. So section can be chosen. Section can be chosen from IS 800 2007 Appendix H. Appendix H. So you have allowed. So if you go the IS 800 2007 Appendix H, okay. So here the properties, plastic properties of section are given. You can see, maybe visible to you. Annex H, sorry, Annex H. I just told here the appendix, so you can see that is Annex H is needed. Where is that our? Okay, here. So it is not appendix, it is Annex H. Annex H you have to use. Annex H you have to use to select the section. Okay. So you IS 800 2007, you can see here the elastic section modulus, elastic section modulus about the major axis is given, and you have to find out the major axis. Also the shape factor is also given. So with whatever you are using, I section, channel section, you can get the ZPZ here, and based on ZPZ, you have to the value of ZPZ. You have to choose your section. The section you are going to provide for the first try. Okay. So first, I will write down the steps to calculate to design a laterally unsupported beam. Laterally unsupported beam. Okay. So step 1 we have seen. Step 1 we have seen. Assume FBD of section. Step 2, what you have seen, step 2, you have to calculate ZP required. ZP required. You know that MD is equal to beta B ZP FPD. Okay, you know that from this MD is equal to beta B ZP into FPD. So you know the MD is nothing but you know that you already calculated MU you know, MU you know. If not you know, you have to calculate. Huh? So So one step will increase. If you don't know NU and VU value, that is factored moment and factored share, if you don't know, and then after equating this, you can find out just V required is equal to NU upon beta B into LB. So this ZP required you can calculate from this formula. And then step number 3, I think so. Step number 3 or 4, whatever it may be, if you have to do the IOT calculation, then one step will be increased, and based on you have to find out the maximum shear force, maximum torsion moment, the maximum moment on the beam, and you will design for that. Step 3, you have to because since 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 beam is beam is laterally unsupported, since beam is laterally unsupported, beam is laterally unsupported, okay, since beam is laterally unsupported, the plastic section modulus, section modulus, modulus required required is increased by is increased by is increased by 30%, increased by 30% to account for to account for to account for lateral torsional buckling. Okay. Okay. To drive to select the tentative tentative trial trial section. Okay, this is step number 3. Then write down write down properties of properties of selected selected section. Then write down properties of selected section. That is depth of section. D is depth of section. Depth of section. DF is width of flange. Okay. TF is the thickness of flange. Then TW is the thickness of web. Thickness of web. All the section properties R1 radius at root, R2 radius at toe, IZZ moment of inertia about major axis, ZPZ provided, that is sectional modulus of chosen section, and that must be greater than ZPZ required, you are calculated. Okay, so based on this, it is very important. Based on the plastic section modulus, we are going to select the section. Okay. All the sectional properties you have to write down. Then moment of inertia, you about the minor axis, about minor axis. Maybe relate for you design. And ZEZ is the ZEZ is elastic section modulus. Okay. Now you have to do step number 4, section classification. Section classification using table 2 and figure on page number 19. You have to do the section classification. Then step number 5, you have to find out, calculate your lateral torsional buckling moment that is MCR, which is given on page number, clause number 8.2.2 at page number 54 of IS 800 2007. If you go for the IS 2007, the page number 54, how to find out the lateral torsional buckling? So this will be design number subjected to bending, subjected to combined forces. You see here, page number 54, I think so. See the page number 54, clause number 8.2.2, laterally unsupported beam. The design bending strength of the section is, the buckling of the section is given by MD beta B ZP into FBD. That you have to find out. And before that, you have to find out the MCR, and FBD you will calculate like this by using the empirical formula. So how we can find out the MBD? ZPZ we know now. From the section, chosen section, ZPZ we know. ZZ we know. And from the section classification, beta B we know. So from this, step number, at this place to find out the MCR, you know beta B from step number 4. You know the ZPZ from step 3. What is the formula for MD? The MD is nothing but beta B ZP into FBD. So this you calculated on step number 4 and this is step number 3. You know this value. Now only this you have to find out. Okay. To find out this, first you have to find out MCR. MCR. So if you go through that to find out calculate the MCR, so you have to go for IS code. You can see here. So you know that how to find out. We can go the reverse. So you can see that if I write down the FBD zoo is equal to XLT Fy upon gamma m0. So what is the FBD? FBD is nothing but, because we have to find out the FBD. The FBD is nothing but XLT XLT LT XLT into Fy into Fy into Fy into Fy into gamma MO. Gamma MO. So FBD is nothing but XLT into Fy upon gamma MO. So how you can find out now XLT? You have to do the reverse calculation, but I am writing the formula as per your code it is. तो FBD हमको मालूम करना है, तो FBD मालूम करने के लिए XLT Fy हमको मालूम है, gamma m0 हमको मालूम है, XLT अब मालूम करना है. So how to find out XLT? This formula is also given in your IS code, that XLT is equal to 1 upon you can see in IS code 1 upon phi LT plus phi LT square minus lambda LT square under root. So this is, I will write down 1 upon, it is phi LT plus under root of phi LT square minus lambda LT square. Okay, so from this you can find out XLT. And how to find out phi LT and lambda LT? So phi LT is equal to 0.5 in bracket 1 plus alpha LT into lambda LT minus 0.2 plus lambda LT square. This formula you have to use to find out. And alpha LT is equal to 0.21 for rolled steel section, Okay. Now how you can find out this lambda LT? So lambda LT is nothing but under root of beta B ZPZ Fy upon MCR, and that value you have to find out, and this value should be greater than 0.4, since alpha LT is greater than 0.4, the effect of lateral torsional buckling has to be considered. If lambda LT is greater than 0.4, the effect of lateral torsional buckling has to be has to be considered, has to be considered. So this is given in book also, or all the procedure are to find out the empirical equation. The equations are given in your page number 54 of IS code. No need of remembering the this calculations or these formulas. You have in theory examination. This IS 800 2007 is allowed to you. Okay. तो हमको फाइल टी कैसे मालूम है, अल्फा टी कैसे मालूम है, ये मालूम हो गया. Now you can find out the IW. Okay, the many terms are there in MCR. You have to find out E. You know, E is 2 into 10 raised to 5. That is elastic modulus or modulus of elasticity. Modulus of elasticity for steel. For steel, this you know. In IS code page number 12 it is given. You know, no, E is the 76.923 into 10 raised to 3 Newton per mm square. This is also given in page number, you will see the page number 12. If you come to the IS code, the material section, so here in material section you see the page number 12. Here the modulus of elasticity for steel, or Poisson ratio for steel mu, modulus of rigidity G is also given. So if you write down the, it is nothing but the modulus G is nothing but modulus of rigidity. All the value page number 12 of IS 800 is given. So no need of remembering, or if you remember then that is well and good. Okay, then LLT is the nothing but K into L, that is span of your beam. Okay, and it is to be found from table number 15 of IS 800 2007. So table number 15 IS 800 2007, page number 58. So page number 58 पर ये फॉर्मूला आपको दिया हुआ है, टेबल दिया है, वहां से यू कैन फाइंड आउट द LLT. And then you have to find out the IIT. IIT is nothing but summation of BI/TI cube upon 3. This you can find out. That is mm raised to 4. That is second moment of area. And also IW, the warping IW you can find out. What is the IW? You can see warping constant. IW is the warping constant. Because this is testing, you have to calculate our value, and it is given by IW is equal to 1 minus beta f into beta f into I y into hf square. Okay, and you know that beta f is nothing but IFC upon IFC plus IFT, and that is nothing but 0.5. You have said this value you can find out from the IS code on page number 54, design of compression member subjected to welding. So you come to page number 54, that formula given here this H F LLT is given IW working constant. IT is the torsional constant. Here we have written this IT is the torsional constant. Torsional constant. Okay. So this you can find out. IFC. What is IFC? That for the compression constant, that is you will see there is IFT. Okay. So it is MCR, FCRB, IFT, LT, DF, Now HF is equal to HF is equal to HF is equal to one. Okay. So it seems to be tough, but all the formulas are given in your IS code. No need of thinking that that is tough. Just you have to put the values and you have to find out. Okay, don't hesitate to find out this. So this value A beta F you can find out, and HF is nothing but D minus TF. D minus TF. Okay, I think so. D minus TF. Okay, D minus TF is the HF value, and that is nothing but center to center distance of compression and compression and compression and tension flange. Tension flange. So this is your IS section. This is your IS section. Okay. So this center to center distance, if you draw, is CG of your compression plate, CG of your tension plane. The distance between two center to center distance which is nothing but your HF. Okay. To understand this, we'll proceed further. There is the HF. HF you can find out, and then put all the value in the IW. So how to find out IT? IIT and IFC and IFC can easily find out from the IS code. That value is beta F is 0.5, and here it is alpha LT value is also given for roll listed section 0.21, and for welded section, the welded section is there, then 0.49. Okay, that should be remembered in your mind. Now you know all the values. You can find out the MCRB. MCRB. So what is the equation for MCR? MCR अगर आपको मालूम हो गया तो you can MCRB or MCR you can find out. Okay. So now alpha LT we know, FY of FCRB we have to find out. We have to find out the MCR. The MCR you can find out from this formula. So I will write down the MCR is nothing but MCR is given by so this formula divided by LLT square 2 into LLT square. Okay, plus 1 plus 1 by 20 into this. So you can find out the MCR for this formula. You can find out the MCR is equal to under root of the big under root. You have to find out under root of pi square EIY divided by LLT square in bracket GIT plus pi square EIW upon LLT square. Okay. This formula is for lateral torsional buckling moment. So this is given in IS code, no need of remembering. As you can see here, 8.2.2.1. In case of simply supported prismatic member, this symmetric cross section. Okay, so this MCR is for simply supported prismatic member. This MCR is for simply supported prismatic member and sorry, I will write down comma here. And what is the other condition? Symmetric cross section and symmetric cross section. Symmetric cross section. Symmetric cross section. Okay. So are you getting? So this MCR you can find out, which is given in page number 54 of IS 800 2007 clause 8.2.2.1. Okay, so this is given. And FCRB for non-cylinder road steel section in our equation may be approximately, you can find out. So if you don't know, find out this MCR you can directly also find out beta B ZP FCRB. So either you directly use this MCR formula or you can use this FCRB, find out FCRB. And then, so there's another formula to find out the MCR, you can put the value of FCRB, you can find out the FCRB. Okay, and what is that formula? It is beta B into beta B ZP FCRB. So beta B ZP FCRB, इससे भी आप MCR मालूम कर सकते हैं. Then again you have to find out the FCRB, and the formula for FCRB is given in page number of 54 of IS 800 2007. So FCRB you can find out, or you can directly find out the MCR and put the values, and that you will get the from the MCR you get the. So this formula is given here. MCR you can find out. Okay. So here in IS code MCR you find out. So what is the now, because you know all the value, you can find out the XLT you can find out, MCR you can find out, FCRB you can find out. All this formula is given. Okay. All this formula is given in your IS code. No need of remembering. So you can find out this. The MCR, you know. So Again, you come uh, that MD is equal to how to find out FBD XLT into FY. MCR you can find out, and that MCR should be find out with another formula, that is beta P is equal to ZP into XRB. So that both way you can go. Okay, so that is given here. MCR, how to find out MCR, how to find out. Then lambda LT, we required this MCR value. So what is the lambda LT? So after finding out MCR, you can find out lambda LT is equal to under root of beta B ZPZ into Fy upon MCR. So lambda LT you can find out this way. Now you know the lambda LT. You know the lambda LT. If you know the lambda LT, you can find out the phi LT using this equation. 0.5 1 plus alpha LT lambda LT by 0. You can find out the phi LT. If you know the phi LT and lambda LT both, you can find out the XLT. If you know the XLT, you can find out the FBD is equal to XLT into Fy upon gamma LT. So now we can find out, if all this value is find out, then you can find out XLT, you can find out the formula is above, and you can find out FBD, the formula is written above. All this is written above. Okay, so if you know the FBD, now we know all the value, we can find out MD, that is design moment, that is for laterally unsupported beam beta P, ZP, Z provided into PD. This is the strength of section in bending. So MD this way gives strength of laterally unsupported beam or laterally unresisted beam, strength of laterally unsupported beam in bending. So this is the bending strength, you can say, for the laterally unsupported beam. So now the strength check is done. Strength check is done. Now you have to check the value of B. So check for shear capacity. So now shear capacity can be checked. How will check the shear capacity of the section, the fusion section? We know that VD is equal to AV into FYW upon root 3 into gamma MO. So we know all this value, we know the section FYW, we know this, all this value, and the AV is the thing but depth of section into TW, thickness of pore. Whatever depth of section so you can put all this value, you can find out the VD, okay, and you have compared this VD should be greater than VU, okay. VU is the factored shear, and VD is the design shear, okay. So design shear always should be greater than that VU, okay. So you can check for the shear capacity. This is step number, how much step you have done is MD, MCR, you find out that is nothing but is done something is done. Calculate the lateral torsion buckling moment, or you can write down this step number uh, 5. So then shear check is step number 6. Okay, the shear check is step number 6. And then this is step number 6. Now we'll go for step number 7. Step number 7 is nothing but the check for web buckling, check for web buckling, check for web buckling, check for web buckling. So that is nothing but serviceability requirement. Okay. So in that, first is check for web buckling, check for web crippling, you can check for web crippling. Also, you can check for deflection. Check for deflection. So all these three checks are for the serviceability check. Okay. So already on this we have seen how to find out the buckling check in previous examples. So you can easily do that. So we will stop here for a few minutes. Don't go here and there. So I will. We will take one example and this unit will be. And in example you will understand better. So don't you left the uh, meeting. We will join again at 11 a.m. So we will take a short break here.